and welcome to the War Report. I am your host, Cyrus, joined by Quan. This is a show where we talk about NXT and AEW, and I'm back.
You made it out the desert,
Yeah, and I'm really tired.
alive and well, brother.
Yeah.
Um, Congratulations. I saw you are officially a college graduate.
Yes, I am officially a college graduate. Um, I completed all my graduation requirements at the top of the semester, literally in January before I left for LA. And I went to the college campus and I was just like, yo, what's the word? And he said, all right, well, you're done, but we can't give you a diploma for last year or like last semester. So you're free, you're done. You just have to wait till May. And May is in a few days. But when I was commuting from the desert back home, I was on Instagram and I saw the graduate like all my classmates, I saw them like all like the graduation ceremonies and shit like that. And I was just like, why didn't I get the call? You feel me? Or any shit like that. And it's because I wasn't checking my college email. Um they like sent like some stuff about like it's not like the emails were important. They were like asking me about like what does this email say? Hold on. Congratulations on your upcoming graduation, two information sessions to walk you through everything on the day. Oh yeah. So they're like sending me an email for like to do a meeting about like I guess like conduct and shit like that from when you go to the graduation ceremony.
Yeah,
Mm, I'm not going. Uh for obvious reasons I was not going.
yeah.
And so everything was cool. I called the school and I was just like, just double checking about like when I get my diploma and stuff like that. They said I should be getting a digital diploma in a few days. And when I get that email about my digital diploma, I can send a request oh, ugh, for a request for a physical diploma. And I want a physical diploma because fuck you. I spent a lot of money and time and I need it. So, and then also I need it so I can like do the little graduation photo shoot and then send it to my mother. Um
Guys said the moms. Come on now.
yeah, and then I mentioned it and then Rob was just like you got to hit when you do the photo shoot, you got to hit the Andre Chase poses.
That's hard. You should do that.
I said, "Oh, I definitely." The one that he sent me was fucking because I was just like, which one? I like because I was just thinking like, do you? And I was just like, that doesn't really work because I didn't graduate from UM or any shit like that. And then he sent me his fucking 2K render. Hold on, I'm just sending you on Discord real quick. I don't know why, but this shit, I've never seen this render, so this shit was killing me. But yeah,
You
I'm
undertake.
definitely
Let me
hitting
see.
that.
Let me look at
Well,
it.
the
Where'd you
the
send it?
boy
I just
on
went.
Discord.
Yeah, you gotta
The
hit that pose. You gotta hit
Yeah,
that pose for sure.
the point to the noggin with the fist. Yeah, that shit gonna be
Come
tough.
on.
Boy. Um, yeah, I'm gonna hit that joint for sure. Um, yeah, I'm a college graduate, and I wish I honestly, what is it? After I put that, my cousin called me. He was like, "Oh man, like you gotta celebrate. You gotta celebrate." And I was just like, "Shit, them niggas said I graduated in May." I was thinking like, like the end, more towards the summertime and shit like that. So I kind of just got blindsided by my own graduation. Um, but yeah, we gonna figure out how to celebrate when I have money. So
Well, yeah,
uh
that nice little gig in the desert. So I mean, you should be all right, right?
I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm gonna tell everybody out there, the net 30 is trash.
What's that? That's the
Uh
highway.
no,
What
just
is it?
how you get paid.
Oh, net 30. I don't even. What is that?
Yeah, I will basically be getting paid within like a 30-day span.
Oh shoot. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
whack.
the Nike and the Stagecoach check, I won't be seeing those until like at some point in May.
First and the 15th.
No.
Uh,
I don't know.
oh shit! Just a random day one day and look at your account.
Yes.
That's crazy.
I was talking to my cousin about it, and he was just like, "Oh, sometimes it sucks, but then you think
I
you're
ain't got time
broke,
for
and
that.
then the random check is, I was just like, nigga, I don't want surprises for money that's mine.
I need stability. I don't need surprise money. I need money I know is coming in.
Yeah, I need the money I fucking
Eh,
worked for. Oh my God, when he told me that shit, that made me so mad. And then
That'd be hot.
when I did the Jordan thing for the Luka Doncic or like the Lakers Mavs game, um the person like the CEO or like just like the talent agency person, they told me, or they were asking me, hey, how do you want that money? And I was just like, okay, I would
Cash.
like
We
it
can get
like
straight
this.
cash.
Well, nigga, I ain't taking no cash. But they were just like, oh, how do you want the money, blah blah blah, this and that. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool, this is how I want the money. Oh, there's a fee, whatever, it don't really matter to me. And they were just like, okay, I'll get back to you when it's time to send it. They didn't get back to me. So I'm thinking, okay, we're still in within the 30-day span.
Yeah.
So I'm not pressing nothing. The 30th day approached. I hit the boys. I said, hey man, how do you press somebody professionally about that net 30, bruh? Um and I and they were just like, oh, just ask or whatever. And I sent the email and they texted me immediately. They were just like, you didn't get it. Um they were just like, oh, after that conversation, we like marked it as complete, my fault, blah, blah, blah. And then I got paid within the hour. But like at the same, I was just like, that's trash though. Like I was broke for, I was broke, I was unnecessarily broke, you know. Um, but it paid well, and then this is gonna pay well, and then I did my taxes, so
You're doing all right in the world,
yeah,
man. Proud of you.
yeah. And then after this, I gotta sign some paperwork with the city. Uh so they could do like the background check on me and shit like that, and then I could start my internship in June. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they said they're gonna do like they said they're gonna do background checks and all this other sort of shit, and I was just like, why did we wait so long after I got the acceptance letter to like do this? Like,
You know how
um,
businesses are. They be taking their sweet time with shit.
yeah, and what I really hate is that they don't use DocuSign. For those that don't know what DocuSign is, it is a website that you can easily electronically sign something easily. I hate having to use Adobe Reader and all this other shit to sign a virtual document. It's just inconvenient and it is like mad work. That's why I haven't done it yet, but them niggas will get it by the end of the day. Um, but yeah, no, I hate when they send documents without DocuSign. It's just trash. Um, Stagecoach was cool. Uh, it's the country music festival that happens after Coachella.
Okay, country music.
Yeah, the
Who was there? Who any big names?
T-Pain,
What? Huh?
T-Pain, Jelly Roll,
Did you just
Shabuzi,
did he just
Nelly.
stay out in that area the whole time? Because he was at Coachella. So I'm assuming he
Yes,
just chilled up there. He was like, I'm chilling.
yes, he was there for 3 weeks. But yeah, that's about it. There was like there's just like a bunch of names I don't fucking know. Well, like Backstreet Boys was there, Creed
At a
was
country
there.
festival? What kind of festival? That huh?
Hey man, they know it gets the people in. Because people was definitely in that bitch.
Speaking of
Um,
Shabuzi, bro, let me tell you something.
mhm.
I forgot what working in a public space feels like, bro, and having
Oh,
to deal with people.
niggas keep saying you Shabuzi.
Bro, I've gotten T-Pain and Shabuzi in the last weekend. As far as compared, they will compare me to any
Big nigga with dreads.
basically at
Or
this
locks,
point. And
sorry.
you know what I mean? I can't. I don't like that. Bro, I don't. I look nothing like Shabuzi. I look nothing like T-Pain. It's unnecessary. I
Yeah,
don't like it.
Just a light microaggression. You feel me?
I remember one time back when I had short hair, someone said I looked like Michael Strahan. If you have seen a picture of Michael Strahan, we're not even the same complexion. There is nothing similar between me and Michael Strahan.
That's funny as shit. Oh no, I don't really get oh man, who do I yeah, I don't really get mistaken for anybody. I'm trying to remember in Miami if I ever got like mistaken for anybody. Um no, but when I was working at the museum, people would say I look like a sculpture because I'm so still. Um I've probably
It's that
gotten that.
chiseled jaw and handsome feature. What are you talking about?
No, it's literally because I'm like still. I am like not moving. They can't even see me breathe or any shit like that. I used to get called.
Nigga, a serial
I was
killer, bro. What's wrong with
I
you?
was nigga, I'm bored at work. Hell yeah, I want to kill a nigga. It'll spice up the workday. Shit.
It would.
Um, but yeah, that was about it. It was cool. I was working with Meta. Um, just doing production assistant and then brand ambassador shit. It was cool. There was bittersweet things, but overall, I thought it was a very good experience. Um, the people that I worked with at the Luca thing, they were there, and it was really nice to see them.
That's
Um,
cool.
and that was like only like one night, and that was my fourth week in LA. So I was a baby, and then they got to see me on like my third/fourth month. So it was really nice. And then that was just like one night, so it was whatever. But like now it was just like we were like 3 days chilling with each other and shit like that. And then we all got closer. Um,
That bond in the desert, as you should.
yeah,
That's what Coachella is all about. In the end, the
uh,
friends we make along the way.
yeah. It was nice. Yeah, I actually got to see T-Pain performance. We the desert gets fucking cold once that sun falls. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I
But
bet.
yeah, and we were now, and it was the first day of the festival too. So like we didn't really know how to prepare and dress. And I didn't
Yeah,
know how to really prepare and dress because like I never like stayed or like was working past like 5 o'clock.
yeah. Experience those type of climates. You feel me?
Yeah. Even when I had like the hoodie, it wasn't working out. It didn't work out for me until like day three, but like at that point, like we were no longer staying at the festival once our shift was over, you know? Um, what is it? We did it. Yeah, so we got off at like 7 and T-Pain went on like at 11. So we were just walking around, eating, just fucking waiting, and it was just like cold out there. The next day we wanted to see Nelly, but his set started like before we got off, so like his set was like 20 minutes in. And it was supposed to be the 20 years of country
Country grammar.
grammar.
Yeah. Damn,
And
has it been
when
20 years? Jeez Louise, I'm so old.
25 years.
Oh my God, I'm so old.
Yeah.
25
That
years? Came out
that's what
90, 2000? Okay, yeah, I guess so. That's probably right.
that that's what it said on the flyer.
Yeah, no, that's right.
When we got there, he did shit. I don't even know what the song is called. Andele, andele, mamma mia, yeah, uh-oh.
It's called EI.
Oh, that's what it's called? Really?
It's called EI.
Um, he did that, and then like he started doing that shit that he was doing with Tim McGraw.
That shit hard. That's not
No,
even
it
on
ain't.
country grammar. The Tim McGraw joint is don't do that. The Tim McGraw joint is hard.
No, it ain't.
Don't do that.
And then we left. We were just like, this shit kind of whack, and then we all left. Um,
Tim McGraw joint.
some people, I'm not sure. I forget. There was somebody on Sunday that somebody wanted to stay for, and then we were just like, come on, bro. Let's just go back to the hotel, bro. Niggas is tripping. Um, but overall, it was really good. It was really fun. Um, one of the people that I was working with at Nike, uh, she was also there for Coachella, and then that is now the homie. Uh, they cool peoples.
Love that.
Um, so yeah, I think I'm going. No, I'm. We're gonna go to a kite festival next week. We're gonna make
Okay.
kites,
All right.
and then yeah, that is my life. Oh, one last thing. I tried to call my mom and tell her that I graduated, and she didn't pick up. So.
I know that feel. I tried to call my grandma today. She didn't answer per usual. How you retire? You don't have nothing to do. You're not that busy. Answer the phone.
Yeah.
What are you
I was
doing?
I was like, girl, it was like 7 o'clock when I like tried to call her. And I was just like, I know you're watching Netflix right now. Like, come on now. But yeah, that is it from me.
Some my friend in the group chat is trying to convince me to listen to Donda too. This nigga's out of his damn mind.
That shit heat, boy. What you talking about?
Is it? Have you heard it?
No. Nigga, I stopped listening to Kanye after Life is Pablo. I'm not listening to no other shit.
I you know
When he dropped
I've muted.
Jesus is coming or whatever, I was just
That
like,
shit was
nah,
so
I'm
ass,
good.
bro. Oh my god, that album was terrible. Um, I've tried to keep. I've pretty much muted all mentions of Kanye on all social media that I follow. However, I saw that shit that came out. Got to
About
be
his
honest,
cousin.
could have kept that one to itself.
Uh, okay. So there's two schools of thoughts with this, is that like there are people are going, you guys are making fun of Kanye, and this is why men can't come out about like their trauma or whatever, or like when they're
Brother,
being assaulted. And I'm just like,
hell
yes,
no.
no, no. I was just like, yes, being ridiculed is a fear of why a lot of men don't say anything. But on the other hand, on the other side of the coin, it's Kanye West. Fuck that nigga.
I've never seen someone so desperate for attention in my life. Besides, like him and like it's him and
Yes.
like Ricochet right now are the most
Hmm.
insanely desperate for
Yeah.
internet reaction, and I need them
And
to stop.
and my thing is, I think I might have said it the last time that we spoke about Kanye on here. I'm not sure if it was like I'm not sure if it was here or just on Blackprint. Um, Kanye is desperately looking for attention, and the way that he used to get attention was through being sort of counterculture for the most part. Not the slavery is a choice thing, just like, just mixing up, being different, in shape or form, whatever what counterculture means to you, whatever.
Yeah,
But when counterculture became our current climate and culture, he is not doing anything new.
at all.
And for Kanye to be counterculture now is that he would have to be his
You have to
old
go woke, baby.
self.
You have to go woke.
Yeah, like saying you're a Nazi, all this sort of stuff. Like
So what, nigga? You know what I mean, Elon Ben did that. What you
you,
want?
yeah, like,
Elon took it
yeah,
there
like
already.
you and like 90% of America right now is are proud Nazis and white supremacists. So when you're saying I'm a Nazi or I hate fat women or I was like sexually assaulted or blah, all this sort of stuff, like you are the most common American. You are not different by any means.
Boring. You know, it's just boring.
And then, yeah, it's boring, it's lame, it's corny, whatever. And then like you cannot even separate the art from the like you don't even get that grace anymore because your music is legitimately trash at this point. Like there is no debate if he still got it or not. That's no longer a discussion. It is fucking
Not rapping
over.
wise. I'll say I heard his production's still there. He still got the ear for the beat. I wish he just did that. If he just made beats
Just made beats.
and never rapped ever again, I think that'd be fantastic. And people might look past it. I don't know. But like
Yeah, if
it's
he shut the fuck up and stopped rapping and just made beats only, I do think he could get away with certain shit. Or like,
probably I
get
mean
away with his past comments.
if the quality is good enough, I mean, you can even relate this to wrestling. If sometimes if the quote unquote creative may not be there, but sometimes the in-ring quality can save the show for you. But once the in-ring quality is bad and the creative bad, you
Yeah.
got nothing to us. It's all downhill from there. That's
Yeah,
where
no.
Kanye's
So
creative
yeah,
all time low.
a friend of mine like sent me the tweet. It was just like, have you seen this? And then he was doing a thing, and I was just like, I wish I didn't read that.
You did hear the audio though.
Oh, I actually haven't heard the audio. I didn't want to take it that far.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
wasn't gonna volunteer myself to that.
You want to hear cousin fucking music?
No, I had enough of that at Stagecoach.
That's a good one. That was good.
And
Um,
I'll be here all week. I'm fucking tired.
I got gaming. I got gaming talk since you usually bring it up. But I actually got some gaming talk.
I haven't been able to
Well,
play any games.
barely any gaming talk. I had pre-ordered Expedition 33 like a month ago after like
Yes.
one gameplay trailer. Like, yeah, that's enough for me. I've seen enough. I want to play it.
Yeah.
And I haven't got to play it yet. I played literally like maybe 30 minutes. I got beat up by a mime. That's all I've done so far. But
Mm,
yeah, I think that from what I played though, I can tell that I'm really gonna like the combat system. It has it's like a quick time events and like a parry dodge system. Similar to relate to thing, I guess like the Paper Mario.
the Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, like the Paper Mario where you have like you hit the button at the right time to dodge or like you
Hmm.
did the parry or whatever. Or it's also kind of like the Dark Souls game because each character has like enemy has like a certain like move combo. You got to recognize it and then kind of dodge and parry accordingly. So that should be fun. The actual premise of the game very dark. It's very depressing. Like I knew it, but like once I started playing like the prologue, I was like, man, this is depressing. Because like think about that, bro. Like you gotta like you're dying, right? Like for anyone who doesn't know the premise of the game, without getting too spoilery, well, I don't even know if it's spoilers, but like basically you're in like this France, kind of like dystopian France, and like there's this woman called the Paintress, and every year
Hmm.
she paints it like a number on the like on like a giant tree or something. I don't know what it is, but like she paints a number,
Is it
and
33?
whatever that number currently is 34. So everybody that lives in this area that's 34 years old is going to die, and
Mm.
it keeps going down every year. So like it's been just years and years of like so everybody who was 70 years old that one year died, and then it keeps going down, 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 and more. So the whole concept is the Expedition 33 is like, okay, we're about to get a group and go fight this bitch. Um,
So we don't get
so
clapped.
so we can be the last generation of people who don't die. But there's been other expeditions before that, and they've all failed. So that's basically the story from what I've gotten gathered so far. But like the game starts with the 34th ceremony, like the day of. So like just like everybody's in the town gathering, it's kind of like a celebration. Not like a celebration, but it's like a very melancholy kind of. But like everyone's gathered and they make like a celebration out of it. It's very like it's heavy, like off the rip. Some I'm wondering like it's gonna be like heavy the whole time. Is there any kind of like alleviation? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Something like we'll see. I'm so early in the game. I'm like 25 minutes and that has like I'm not even past the prologue yet. But just like the concept of it was really interesting to me. I'm like, wow, that's a really cool concept. And allegedly there's a movie planned, which I think it actually would be a great concept for a movie. So I actually would look forward to that.
Looking, I want to play the game. I really do. When I get money, I might buy it. Um, Looking forward to it. I have no gaming news. The only thing that I would like to say is that the PlayStation State of Play happened today, and they showed off Borderlands 4.
Oh,
Um, what is it? I gave a review on one of these channels. No. Different chat. Um, I would give it an A minus.
oh,
Um, I like what I saw overall. Um, the only reason why it gets a minus is just like all just like minor shit that I don't like, but it's going to be a big pivotal part of, my gameplay experience. The menu, trash. I fucking hate that menu.
I hate
Um,
bad UI so much in anything.
I hate the menu because when you want to equip a weapon, it shows your full character model, and I hate that. In Borderlands 3, it opening your inventory literally lagged the game because it had to load in your model. And I hated that. I do not need to see what my character looks like when I just want to equip weapons. I just
Yeah.
don't need to. And in Borderlands, you don't really have armor or anything to really change your appearance inside that inventory. So I do not need to see my full character model. And if it's still going to lag the game every time I open a fucking menu, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Um, the skill tree menu, if my character shows up in that, fine, because different skill trees that you apply actually change your character's like physical appearance slightly. So I get it. But for that menu where I want to equip guns and shit like that, I do not like that one fucking bit. Um, I wish they showed more. Um, they showed off they gave an overview of all the characters, but when it came time to doing gameplay, they only showed two-ish. Um, because they said, "Oh, we're gonna do like a co-op gameplay," but they only stayed with one person's point of view, and I thought that was weird.
Hmm.
I was just like, you have two players, just switch point of views. I want to see what his HUD looks like, or what his like skills look like. We only saw what his skills looks like from like first player's perspective, but like, what did that look like for them? Um, They showed off two things that were story related, and I feel like they shouldn't have. They showed that Amara is coming back. It's fine that she's coming back. Y'all could have kept that hidden because you already got Zane in the fucking trailer. Y'all could have kept that, close to the neck, or
Hmm.
close to the chest. And one of the mission objectives said, "Find Lilith." For anybody that played Borderlands 3, you know how annoying seeing a mission objective with Lilith's name on it is. In Borderlands 3, talk to Lilith as a mission objective shows up at least 40 times. I don't need this. I
I'm trying
am
to remember who
cool.
Lilith is.
It's okay. It's I am 1000% cool with her dying at the end of 3 in a very noble sacrifice. That was perfectly fine with me. We've had we've had many characters die. Roland, Jack, Scooter, Angel. All these characters have died and we have all moved on from them. Oh, Maya as well. We have all moved on from them. Why is Lilith the one that we have to like search and keep? We can do without her and just find new people to like, surround ourselves around. Like, I just don't understand why she's like there. She's a very like large pivotal part of why I don't like Borderlands 3.
Hmm.
So for her to be in 4 actually pisses me off. Um, Positives, the characters look fucking amazing. The action skills look great. The three new gun manufacturers look really cool. You could pull out a turret that's on a cooldown, and it's not like something that takes like a weapon slot. So I think that's really cool. So like you could
Hmm.
just pull out a big ass gun and then just go fucking crazy. I think that's cool. I'm looking forward to builds that is just big turret gun spam. I think that would be really nice. Um, I say this is a positive, and I do not mean this in any negative way. It looks exactly like BL3, and I think that is fucking great. BL3 is one of the best playing games, best
I like the way
gunplay.
Borderlands looks. So
Yeah, and it's the best it's ever looked, gameplay wise and look wise. I'm glad they kept it as that. Um, when I was talking to another friend when we were watching together, I love Borderlands 3. I think it's a fantastic game. I've put a millions of hours into it. The only thing on my wish list for Borderlands 4 was good story, good dialogue, good writing. It could have the stupid little silly meme shit. I don't care as long as the story has like this more serious tone that I felt like 3 tried. But like they were too goofy at the start and then they tried to get serious and then it was just like it's too late. Like there's no time for jokes anymore. or like
Yeah.
there's no time for like seriousness. Like you kind of the villains were just uninteresting, and I think this new villain is interesting and serious, and that is the tone that I hope the story keeps throughout the whole thing. And they pushed the release date up. I think that's great. Um, and I think that is an indicator that GTA 5 is most likely coming after September. So
You think they got word and they're like, okay,
yeah, because
we gotta drop this ASAP.
Gearbox and Rockstar are under the same Take-Two Interactive umbrella.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's true.
So it's just
Okay.
like let's not try to eat out our own pockets, you feel me?
Yeah.
We could all get some bread. So I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. I am very much looking forward to it. And I wish they showed off all four characters, but they said they're gonna give us more news and like gameplay stuff in June. So it's gonna be hands-on. So we're gonna probably see a lot more gameplay, a lot more planets, a lot more weapons and stuff like that. They're probably gonna have a lot of content creators there. And then after the showcase in June, all my favorite Borderlands content creators are gonna do their little deep dives and thoughts and shit like that. And then that will keep me supplied till September. September is
Well,
like
there we
not
go.
far. So
It's not. Every time summer comes up, and I realize, oh, my birthday's coming real soon. September creeping real soon. I always think about that. Like it'd be like June. I'm like, damn, my birthday's coming up. What about to do? And I do nothing. Before we get into the in the trenches,
trenches. Yeah.
brother, I have watched sports mostly my whole life. As you know, I've recently got into
Soccer.
soccer,
Hmm.
football, as the rest of the world calls it. There's this young man that played for Barcelona. His name is Lamine Yamal. He is 17 years old. I have never in my life this kid. I can't even call him a man. This kid might be the best soccer player in the world, and he's 17. Could you imagine being the best in the world at anything at 17 years old? You playing grown men. He's like it just blows my mind to see like someone at that age have that kind of confidence
To
in his
go out there.
game.
Hmm.
And like he just like he's not scared. He's playing in the Champions League semifinal. You know what I mean? And he's it looks like he's just having fun out there with kids. And like he's 17 years old. Like it makes me think about just like other like in a wrestling space, like a Javon Evans or a Roxanne Perez, just like how good they are at such a young age. Like it blows my mind. Like, how do you have that much knowledge in your craft, in your art at that age?
Hmm.
But then also you can look at, I guess you can look at it in any kind of art form. Because even think about like a Little Wayne. Like when you think about Little Wayne, his first album was like when he was like 15, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It had my mind thinking like, bro, like the future's all right, man. You know, sometimes we can doom and gloom a lot, but there's some things to look forward to in life. The youth and what they're capable of doing, or go backwards and the whole country falls apart. We got what
No, we're
the
not gonna
kids.
think about that.
You know what I mean?
Uh,
I just had that thought. I just had to get that thought out. Like it just blew my mind seeing this young kid just do these things.
mhm.
That's all I got. It's the only time I can ever talk about soccer at any point in any medium that anybody cares. So that's
Okay.
it. We get the trenches now.
All right. In the trenches, just quick my Mania thoughts, Mania weekend thoughts. Unfortunately, it slipped my mind because I actually did not take my laptop with me, and I'm glad I didn't. Because the hotel makes you luxurious hotel wants you to pay Wi-Fi. Suck my dick.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad I didn't bring my laptop with me. So I have not gotten to finish Stand and Deliver. But
Yeah, I haven't seen Stand Deliver yet.
I have not finished it. I
The
saw the
best show of the
women's
weekend.
I saw the women's match and I saw the men's match.
The
The
main
tr
event.
yeah, the main event.
Okay.
And Hank.
Yeah, I'm about to say that might be. I don't. If it wasn't for triple threat, I'd argue the Hank and Tank Fraxium was the
Hmm.
the best
Great,
match of the night.
great match. Glad they won. Um, the women's match also really fucking good. Great stuff. Love Stephanie. Love Julia. Um,
You know, I just realized we haven't seen Jada since.
and I'm okay with that. Like, not that I don't like her, but like, nigga, you see who we had on the show tonight? Um,
Yeah.
and also I think that like, despite her views on trans folks, I thought she looked really good out there. She didn't look lost. I felt like everything was really well done. Really, really well done. The men's match, possibly one I think that WWE has cracked the code on how to have a more seamless triple threat match or like a multi-person match or fatal four-way triple threat type match where that match was constant go 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 go, and I like that a
Hmm.
lot. There wasn't, sort of that like that point that I'm seeing a lot in, or like just I've seen a lot in like multi-man matches like previously, where like we're having two dudes in there and then you could like you just know the other guy is like waiting on the apron waiting for them to do their spot and then like come do their thing.
Yeah.
These guys were on top of each other the whole fucking match, is beating the shit out of each other.
Hmm.
And if a guy was down and out, it's because he got beat up by the other guy first.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just like okay, I'm gonna get beaten up and then roll out to the apron and then I'm gonna do that thing where they're like they're crept real low um
Waiting
on
for
the
their spot.
on the apron waiting for the spot. Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of that in that match.
If
I
they
would
and if
say
they did do it, you
honestly,
couldn't see it.
yeah, like if they were there, it was like quick, you know.
Yeah.
They were like sliding in. They weren't like clearly peaking that I see on a lot of multi-man matches. Um, yeah, they were largely on top of each other the whole thing, and that energy went into Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk because I also felt like they were on top of each other that whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Um,
Really.
I really like this. I wouldn't say like new, but I like this more fluid um fatal four way or triple threat fatal four way like sort of like dynamic of matches. I I'm largely not a big fan of the multi-man championship matches because NXT were doing them a lot, and it was because like all of them followed the same sort of formula. But like the fatal four way with the women's and then the triple threat from the with the men are just like paced insanely differently. And yes, there is one extra person there, but I thought it was really really fucking cool.
Hmm.
Mania night one. I think the undercard is okay. Main event, fantastic. Um, night two, amazing undercard, very lackluster. Actually,
That shit
fucking
was ass. Just
terrible
say, yeah, but that
main
shit was ass,
event.
bro.
Yeah, I'm no shit was fucking
Yeah,
terrible. Like
that was
absolutely
ass.
garbage. And I get that they are trying to say that I understand the artist's intent
That's
of
cope.
like
I feel like
no
that's
no no
people
no no no
coping
no
for
no
Cena.
no no.
Not you in general.
Like I get the artist's intent that yes, Cena is going to wrestle a sort of more boring style, or like
I don't mean that
let
match. I don't mean that match
be
got to be boring too. You know what
yeah,
I
like
mean?
but my thing is that like okay, John Cena is going to be wrestling this very slow style, right? Why the fuck is Cody going along with it?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like if Cena is gonna be the one to be very slow, methodical, less explosive, you know, I understand that, but why isn't Cody bringing that explosiveness that John
Yeah.
Cena is clearly no longer, is no longer going to provide for us in this match? Like one of y'all niggas got to do it. That match never hit another gear. And
Nope.
once Travis Scott came out, I would say it went into a screeching park.
That's the problem because I think me, at least for me, when I saw Travis Scott came, I said, okay, now the match is about to turn up, and it just
Yeah, like
never did.
yeah, like this is like our little interlude or this little point
Yeah.
where Cody is going to be valiant, all this sort of shit, yada yada yada, and then boom, nothing fucking happens.
Yeah.
And then I've seen it. I've seen it tweeted multiple times, but this I haven't been on here in a minute. But it's just like we seen you fucking destroy and damn near murder Kevin Owens
Yeah. Now all of a
to
sudden you
defend
can't
your
do it.
title. Suddenly you're too good for a belt shot
Yeah.
for somebody that is clearly trying to do it to you.
I
Like
don't think they've thought this whole thing through.
they absolutely did not. And I if you were in the room when the match ended, if you were here for both nights and you would see how night one ended, how
Yeah.
everybody in the house is like, oh my God, masterful, fantastic, great end of the night.
Yeah, it was great.
To, huh? All right, man, I
Yeah.
see you, man. It was really nice seeing you.
Yeah,
There was
it
no
just killed the vibe,
there was
bro.
no chatter. They were just like, damn, that was it. All right, man, I'll see you. I gotta go back to the B&B. Because there was
Yeah.
nothing to really stick around for. And then, I can't really leave. I live here now. But like it was just like, we're talking about it, and it's just like, okay, you left SmackDown without a champion.
Yep. That too.
Cena's on Raw. Niggas are
Well, he
taking
was on
time.
SmackDown though.
I know, but like, he's not gonna wrestle on there or like really do anything on there.
Yeah.
It's just you I just think it was terrible. And I think that if scratch that thought. I do not like this current era of The Rock actually having like input. I didn't really like it last year. They kind of like bounced back on it, but like this time they actually did not execute it well at all.
Yeah.
Because like largely a large part of last year, we were just like, oh man, The Rock is really muddying his things and everything. Like this really
Yeah.
fucking sucks. But like at the end, they like bounced back by having a great match, and then
Yeah.
both nights having fantastic matches. And then
There's no payoff in this.
yeah, there's absolutely no payoff in this. I don't really care to see Orton and Cena because I don't think Orton is winning like at all.
Yeah.
And I don't think like the promos are gonna be like too compelling. Like I feel like it's gonna be like, we've been doing this for a really long time type shit, and that's all it's gonna
Yeah.
be. And I don't like that. I don't care for that. Like I know for a lot of, some people that are just like, oh man, this is just like the time when I was very into wrestling, or, my first time, like these were the
Yeah.
people that I was seeing for the first time. But like I'm not very much a nostalgic person. Like nostalgia doesn't really hold a high factor. For music, yes, but
You watching the wrong
for
product then, buddy.
like for wrestling, movies, all sorts of shit like that shit don't work for me. Because if you're still going to have a shitty match, I don't care if this is a callback to some shit in 2008.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Cena and I don't know what Cena or I don't know what this new Cena versus Orton is going to look like,
Yeah.
but hopefully Orton is going to bring that explosiveness that Cody just said, fuck it.
Well, that's the thing. Orton doesn't do that anymore, so he's not explosive either. So you're really going to be two slow wrestlers wrestling each other. And me personally, I've never really cared for Cena Orton matches when they were in their prime. So to see
Mm-hmm.
this version, a version of Cena who hasn't worked heel in 20 20 plus years, it's just like, does he know how to do it anymore? Um, I mean, he's basically been running the same match for 20 years, to come from behind victory. So it's just like, I'm not looking forward to it. But yeah, I understand why they booked it for nostalgia purposes, and
Yeah. I'm
it's a
not
farewell tour. I get it.
yeah.
It's not for
I'm
me.
I'm not looking forward to this by any fucking means. Um yeah, no, it's Cena's 17th win doesn't have to be this. you know,
Yeah, but it was, so we're here now.
or like it is currently. And then
Yeah.
I'm cool, still cool with Jey Uso winning it. I thought he had a great match with Gunther.
That was cool.
Honestly. Yeah. Logan Paul as his first competitor, I'm just like, okay, like you are actively trying, like you're setting him up for
Yeah.
failure.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew once Logan beat AJ Styles, said, yeah, he'd get the title match. You know
Because
what?
like,
Yeah, go
oh,
ahead.
go ahead, go
No,
ahead.
I said I don't want to see it, but if we could get out the way, that'd be great. That's fine.
It don't really have to happen at all. But
It don't have to happen at all.
I am under
But
the same sentiment as you. But you have you just have Logan who had a very lackluster match against AJ Styles at WrestleMania. And yes, we could talk about, AJ Styles having a very bad Mania track record. But
the
still,
main tracker's ass.
yeah, but like Logan, I don't think he was the highlight of that match either. So like he's coming off a really shitty match, gets into the title picture, and it's just the same old Logan bullshit. And I didn't really see the promo, but I saw like because I was still at the fucking desert, but I saw just like the face off between them, and I was just like, oh, this feud is just gonna be, oh, you might be viral, but I'm more viral than you. And I'm just like, that is a terrible story. I don't want to see it. I don't give a shit.
Do people care about Logan Paul for real? Like not wrestling.
Oh,
I'm just talking about like in general public.
I I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I really don't think so. Like he doesn't really do anything but this.
He does that. He does his podcast. I don't know how popular his podcast is though.
I
He gets big. He gets pretty big guests at times. So I mean, it might be popular
I like the nigga's just a really like popular podcaster. Like
at this
it's
point. He might
whatever.
be. I don't know.
Because like he doesn't fucking he's not in movies. He's like not
Yeah.
really an influential personality. Like you don't see him in commercials. Like, like I
He got
just
a show
feel
on Max.
yeah, but like is niggas really don't like do niggas really want to watch that?
Like that's my thing. Like, who's really that interested in Logan in the Paul
Like
brothers' lives right now? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
I'm largely confused on like who is these guys following.
I
It
can
don't make no
understand like
sense.
back in then when they were like peak YouTube, like you know what I mean,
Yeah,
kids and
like they don't
stuff.
even
But
do
like
you
it,
if they were still doing YouTube, I'd be like, okay, I get it. YouTube is a very
yeah,
much a very large platform, you know.
yeah.
Uh well like I I don't know, man.
I will say this: they gave me Logan Paul gave me some great entertainment. Did you see that? Have you seen that clip from the reality show where he's like, not to sound like a woke asshole, but women have it so hard.
I did see that clip and I did think that was very, very funny.
That is so funny. It's woke to show empathy now.
Hmm.
That's fire. I
Yeah,
love
it's supposed
that.
to show empathy is fucking nuts. Um
I love that.
moving on to the next topic before we start getting into like wrestling news.
Yeah.
Um I've been seeing a lot of tweets about like, oh my God, these crowds are like so smarky nowadays, and like blah blah this and that. Like they're cheering the heels, or it revolved around like people cheering Seth Rollins,
Yeah.
and people are going, well, if you keep pulling the curtain back, keep breaking kayfabe and showing how the sausage is made. Of course, they're just gonna do whatever they want.
Which is stupid. That didn't make a difference.
For one reason is okay, if people are gonna boo and cheer whatever they want and then be called smarks and blah blah this and that, why aren't we slandering the AEW crowd when they're actively cheering MJF all the fucking time? Also, is like it's Seth fucking Rollins. Just he was a babyface going into Mania.
Yeah.
He just pulled the upset over what was a really cool fucking moment. And then he aligns himself with one of the coolest motherfucking young niggas on the roster. And you think those people are gonna fucking boo him because
They
they
ain't
know
booing
how the
Brock.
sausage is made?
My thing is though, even prior to people have been cheering heels since the 80s, since the territory days. This is not like a new concept. You know what I mean? So before people
Yeah,
knew what kayfabe was and shit. Like,
sometimes the bad guy is cool. Y'all niggas
yeah,
think Killmonger is cool.
exactly.
That was the
I
problem
think
when
that's just
everybody else think Killmonger's cool.
yeah. I don't know. I think that's just it's just another take for internet people to complain about
I've
internet. I mean,
I've been
I hate
seeing
coming
it.
on here to complain about the internet, but
Yeah, no,
sometimes,
I
like,
I
bro,
just been seeing it so much, and I'm just like, no way that this fucking new WWE show that is going to show you how old angles were made is pulling the curtain back so hard that
that'd be
people are
kind of
just
crazy
like,
though.
it's for people to go, oh yeah, nah, like I'm gonna cheer whoever I want. Nigga, it's
Yeah,
my ticket. I'm always going to cheer whoever the fuck I want.
yeah,
Especially
right.
with the egregious prices that they're fucking charging now. Nigga, I don't give a fuck who you booking who is champion. If I think that nigga's cool, I'm gonna cheer the nigga.
Yeah.
People are fucking ridiculous. That's all I gotta say on that. Actual news. Um Mayu Iwatani is done with Stardom. Um she's done with Stardom, and Telka is also finished with Stardom.
Now you say
Telka,
her name, Telka?
that's how I've been saying it. Whoever can
I
correct
thought I thought it was Thekla. It's not Telka. Have I been reading it wrong?
honestly, the way that you're saying it would have me swallow my tongue. So I'm gonna keep saying Telka.
Thekla.
Um,
But it's
try
Thekla. That can't be Telka.
say it one more time. No, 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 no.
Thekla.
Say it.
Thekla. It can't be. It probably
Thekla.
Tekla. Thekla. That's sad. We should know these things.
Nigga, I haven't watched Stardom in like
I
fucking a
don't.
year at this point.
I don't
I
know who
I,
this woman.
I have not heard anybody else say her name.
I've only read it. Yeah, I've never heard it like phonetically.
So
You know what I
like,
mean?
if that's how it's said, it'd be like, yes, this is how you pronounce it. I'll go, yes, okay, I will tailor to whatever. But you're uncertain about how to say it. I'm uncertain how to say it. So I'm gonna say it. That doesn't cause me to swallow my fucking tongue.
She's
Um,
Austrian. Okay, cool.
yes.
Didn't know that. All
And
right.
she's reportedly gonna go to Stardom. Um, she told AEW WWE's offer, and they said, "Bitch, I'll triple it." And she said, I haven't told you what it is yet." Um,
It's all right.
so it is what it is. And once again, I just want to circle back that I thought it was really funny when AEW couldn't sign Julia, they said, "Nah, we ain't really want Julia. We wanted her." And now they're signing her a year later when they could have had her on their program at any point in time. Just a
Yeah.
thought. Um, so she'll be going to AEW. Mayu Iwatani. Uh, who knows? She said that she would like to wrestle in the States.
Well, I mean, she did this week. I mean, she did tonight. So
Yeah. So no, that is the wrong person.
was that
It is not the same person.
the two
Um,
Mayu Iwatanis?
there's only she wasn't on AEW tonight, so I don't know what you're
Who
referring
wrestled
to.
tonight? Wasn't that Mayu Iwatani wrestled tonight?
No,
Who was that?
rare Quan racist moment.
Who the
Um,
hell did wrestle tonight?
that is Miyu.
Miyu
Um,
what?
Yamashita. I
That was
forgot how.
Miyu Yamashita. Oh
No, I
shit.
don't think that's how you pronounce it. But Excalibur, he kept saying her first name, and I was just like, "Nigga, pronounce her last name so I know how to say it. You fucking piece of shit." But he
That
kept
was
like,
Miyu Yamashita. Oh shit. Okay. Wow.
"Yes."
Oh, to be fair, I came in. I had left the room,
Hmm.
and then
But yeah,
I
no,
came in the room. The match was already happening. Okay. Well,
yeah,
I
no.
should have read that.
He he said her full name once, and I was just like, oh fuck, like I missed it. I didn't really catch it, so I was just like, oh, okay. But he kept saying her first name as if they're like besties, and I was just like, nigga, be professional and say her last name. Um, but yeah, Mayu Iwatani said that she would like to wrestle in the States, and I think that's cool. Um, sure, I don't see why not. She's not. What is it? She's only 32.
She's the prime of her career.
Well, I wouldn't say she's in her prime, or that she peaked, but I definitely think like I would say honestly when I started watching Stardom, she was at the fucking top. So probably like
Okay, maybe she just
2017,
outgrew that.
28. Oh yeah, no. She's definitely outgrown Stardom. She's been wrestling
Yeah.
there for a very long time. Um, but yeah, she says she's done. If she retires, I'm honestly cool with that. Yeah, she's been wrestling for 14 years.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Um, what is it? Yeah, so she's been wrestling in Stardom since 2011. Yeah, if she's done, so be it. Like if she's done
if she
wrestling or if she wants to go to like to WWE or AEW, sure. But if she just wanted to call it a night, sure.
for the a lot of the seems like
They start out really
Jap
young.
a lot of Japanese workers, it really seem like they want to just kind of shift over to America. I wonder what that does for the
For the market.
yeah, kind of what they got going on in Japan.
I
I'm
think
so out of the loop on what's going on in Japan these days.
I I am sort of as well. Like I have not really kept up with Stardom, but names that were just getting started when I stopped watching it are like starting to become like actual like mid carders and no longer just young lion jobbers and shit like that. Um, I think that, and I've always stood by this take. Probably not on like you probably can't find it on my like account right now, but probably like on my old account. Um, Stardom rotates their roster better than New Japan does. So somebody leaving like this does not create a power vacuum at all. And it is next man up. And the next man will always be somebody really fucking good. Um, so I don't think Stardom is going to have that problem where, there's going to be a hole that they just can't really fill.
Yeah.
And the people that are like going to WWE, they have like already been at the top. Like
Yeah.
Io was already at the top, Kyrie was already at the top, Julia was already at the top, shit like that. So I feel like a lot of people in Stardom, once they're finished, they, you know, once they've been at the top, yeah, they think about like going to WWE. I think more or less, and honestly, that th- you have to worry about if they want to go to AEW because AEW will sign fucking anybody. Um, Mina, mid Carter as fuck. Telka, mid Carter as fuck. Even Mariah May was mid Carter as fuck. So you won't be seeing, any weird jobber mid Carter going over to the WWE and creating a vacuum from like that point. I think you largely have to worry about AEW doing that. Um, Not to slander AEW, it's just a fact of fucking life. Um, so I think for the most part it will be fine.
For sure. Also,
And then
do you have any thoughts on WWE buying AAA? That was a hell of a surprise.
um I am not going to act like suddenly I care about Lucha Libre.
I don't.
Um
I sure don't.
I am not a big fan of Lucha Libre, and I'm not gonna be like one of those niggas that be like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." But what is crazy to me is that like how did AEW lose that partnership?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess they just switched up. I don't. There. I feel like there's something did happen where like AAA like backed out,
Probably
or
didn't
like
like re-sign or any
CMLL
shit
gave a
like
better
that.
offer. I don't know. I guess CMLL maybe gave him a better offer. Personally, I wasn't a big fan of the AAA AEW partnership. I much prefer the AEW CMLL partnership. I prefer the CMLL workers
Hmm.
that they brought on the show more.
Honestly, like Vikingo versus Kenny Omega is probably like the only good thing that came from the AEW AAA thing, in my opinion.
That's the only thing I can really remember, to be honest.
I thought it was a decent match.
No,
Um,
yeah, I thought it was a cool match. They did a lot, like almost too much, which that's kind of the AEW thing. They almost do
yeah,
too much. But yeah, no, for what it was, I thought it was really good. And a good showcase for Viking though. Only problem is they didn't sign him because I see this man smiling ear to ear at WrestleMania in the crowd.
yeah, with his tiny ass braids. Um, yeah, I don't know how I don't really care for it, but there is one person on the roster that I do like. Um, but obviously like I think the women on there are gonna do really cool things. The guys on there, just based off what I've seen in AEW, I'm not too excited for them, but the women should be cool. I remember because AAA, I don't know if they still do it, but they had a show on Twitch. Like they were just live streaming a show on Twitch.
I remember that. Yeah, they were.
And I follow them. Me and my, they were impressed by the flips and shit like that. But there was a lady in there that had a big old ass, and they say, "Oh, this shit lit."
It went
So,
viral. I know you're talking about.
hmm
I think me and Chris Mack talked about that. Shout out to Chris Mack, by the way, for
yeah, shout out
coming
to
in
Chris
last week.
man.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
her and Nikita Lyons, that shit gonna slap, boy.
boy,
Oh
the Key
no,
Alliance
my
still got a
fault.
job,
Hold on. Let's scratch that. Her and Jada Parker, bitch. Um,
man.
yeah, somebody on Twitter was just like, bitch, what did you do it? She was just like, I'm mad busy, and somebody replied, busy doing what? And she
What the
said,
fuck you got going
training,
on?
motherfucker. I thought that was really funny. But yeah,
Need it, bro.
oh yeah, she for sure need practice.
Evolve. She need to be on Evolve. Her and Jakar need to be on Evolve.
Yeah, for sure. Um,
If they got my son Oro Mensah on there, she definitely need to be on there.
yeah, and then what else we got? We got AEW CMLL Grand Slam announced. I don't know why you put this here. I ain't watching it.
What are you talking about? It's probably a show we have to watch. It's gonna be canon.
Oh, it's not gonna be like a collision joint?
No, it's gonna be a pay-per-view.
Oh
They give me like Forbidden Door. I guess this is probably their version of Forbidden. Actually, because Forbidden Door is still happening, so
Four,
it's just
four, four,
it's
four or
it's
five
Mexican
hour, 4 or 5 hours of
Forbidden Door.
niggas flipping and no selling shit. Oh, my
No,
stomach.
that's AAA. That's not CMLL. CMLL they sell stuff.
Oh, no, the fuck they don't.
Yes, they
Oh my
do.
God, my
Hechicero does.
ribs. Oh, I'm about to throw up.
My goat Hechicero.
Oh, oh no. You know what's funny? I saw that Forbidden Door poster, and they had like no New Japan guys on it, and I thought that was fucking hilarious. I was just like, do y'all still think y'all gonna have this partnership by the time the show comes around? Um,
You know what's crazy? I was half on night 2 of WrestleMania. I was half expecting this to announce they're working with New Japan. I don't know why in my mind like they at that point I was like they might just do it, bro.
you saw the Rock
And the shirt I said
in that shirt, and you
I
said,
says
yeah, that shit
I'm
over with,
noticing.
bitch.
I'm noticing. You feel
Nah,
me?
they could keep them New Japan niggas, man. What is it, nigga? I don't want. I don't want to, Tanahashi versus John Cena was a dream match, but I don't want Tanahashi. I don't want that
Yeah, about
Tanahashi
15 years
or
ago.
that John Cena. You feel me?
Yeah.
Um, I don't want Dave Finley. I don't want them War Dog niggas. I don't want no fucking Gabriel Kidd. Them fuck niggas. None of the Gaijin. Uh, Naito should be retiring. Um, nigga, I don't want to see Shibata versus nobody, nigga. Oh no, no. What's his name? Sonata. New Japan roster suck. I hope they don't fucking collab with them niggas. Them niggas ass. Such a fucking boring product. Um, and then that's it. You want to get into AEW really fast so I could see when this AEW CMLL thing is happening?
Yeah, we do that. It's happening in summer. It's happening in June. It's gonna be at the I think it's in LA. Could be wrong.
No, it's happening in Mexico. You're thinking about AAA
Oh, I'm thinking.
Worlds Collide.
I think it was. I think it was Collide. I definitely am. I got my shit mixed up. It definitely is happening in Mexico. I believe it's sold out too, which is good sign for all parties involved.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. Fuck. Also, it's 2 days after I start my internship.
Oh, it's on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
on a
cool.
Wednesday.
So it's not a pay per view. I thought it was a pay per view.
Oh, 2 hours of bullshit. Oh, my stomach hurts.
It should be a fun atmosphere though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Mexico crowd should be fire.
My knowledge of lucha is so limited. I just don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what
Oh, I'm not gonna act
any
like
of this
I
means.
care. Act like they got really big storylines and shit like that. Also, niggas, what is it? As soon as that shit happened, people were just like, the only people that are happy about the AAA thing don't watch it because their booking is so trash. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool, 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 cool.
Yeah, I mean it didn't. Everything I've seen of Mexican, like of just Mexican wrestling, is just, like I'm watching this. I'm like, this doesn't even make sense. What is going on? That's me most of the time watching wrestling in Mexico. Is like, what is going on? Why is this happening? But
Yeah,
people
like
fuck with it.
well, like
But people who watch lucha like live by that shit, bro. Like, there's nothing
yeah,
better.
I think it's just a large disconnect of commentary. Um,
That might do it, yeah.
because
But
like
I don't have that problem. I don't have that problem when I watch New Japan when I used to watch like Japanese commentary. You know what I mean?
I don't really think there's like a large, like extremely large storytelling element to New Japan. Like I feel like New Japan, like their storytelling is very like rivalry based.
Yeah. So there's not much.
So
It's not
like
as sports entertainery.
yeah, there's not a lot of substance in that. It's just like these
That's
niggas have
fair.
been
Yeah, that's
beating each
true.
other's ass for a fucking minute, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's about it. But start off with AEW so I can eat this cookie.
AEW. How did it start off? Oh, it started off with a 45-minute damn goddamn 8-man tag match. Um, this was very much so like a day eight G1 8-man tag match where the guys who aren't working tournament matches
That
that night
is
are working
extremely
this match.
that is extremely generous. This is a PWG match through and fucking
This
through.
is very much PWG match.
Nigga,
Yeah,
it
no,
is nigga, it is so PWG. What the fuck Excalibur said? I wrote it down. This hold on, I can't scroll fast enough. This nigga said, "You don't have to go to Reseda, California to see this.
yeah.
This is just straight up a PWG match, and it is nearly like what is it? You said like it's nearly 40 minutes of just fucking
I
garbage.
believe it's like 30 something, 30 plus, I think.
Yeah,
But
just 30 minutes of garbage.
I just thought of New Japan because the Young Bucks did the Brainbuster spot when they would call the Brainbuster move, and that it just reminded me of a new like when they were in New Japan. But yeah, I thought this match it was cool, but I thought it just kind of ran a little long at to a point. Um,
My problem with the match is largely that we did not need a 30-minute 8-man tag to hype up Kenny Omega versus Okada.
yeah,
Because that is all this match was for, was to hype up that match that is, it's going to come. And they just had this 8-man to like be like, oh, are you guys excited? And it was just like, well, yes, the people are. I'm really not. But like, do we really need a 30-minute match where they barely interact to hype the people up for this?
Yeah.
I know neither man could really cut a promo, but like, I would prefer that over a fucking 30-minute fucking match of nothing. This did nothing for Kevin Knight. This did nothing for Speedball, nothing for Ricochet, nothing for the Bucks, really. So why
No,
did why
definitely.
did
It
why
was
did we have to drag six other people into this?
fuck it. Why not?
It's
Um,
fucking ridiculous. And like it's clear that they don't know what to do with Speedball or Kevin Knight yet. So they just put him in a tag team and then they're just in these fucking eight mans.
and they're losing to they keep losing to the Young Bucks.
Like,
The
what the
Young
fuck?
Bucks are doing a thing where they beat a team 10,000 times and they'll finally give them a win at the end, but it's not going to matter anymore, like they did with the Private Party, and they think they did it with another
Nigga,
team.
I am not
That's what they're
waiting.
doing.
I'm not waiting 5 fucking years for Speedball and Kevin Knight to get a win on the Young Bucks.
That's exactly what they're doing. Um,
Fucking
but I
ridiculous.
just don't know if the Young Bucks have that kind of cachet anymore, where like a win beating them means anything anymore. You know what I mean? At
Yeah,
least not to
no.
me.
It stopped when what is it? When the Lucha Bros beat them. No, when Kenny and Hangman beat them. After that, there was nothing to beating the Young Bucks anymore. Because even what is it? Didn't FTR beat them?
Who?
Bucks?
The Young Bucks? I believe so.
I don't even
Yeah,
remember. So very
I
little
don't remember
cachet in that
anymore.
part. In that part. But yeah, no.
I don't know why my knowledge of like AEW history. Yeah, I've seen every single episode. My
I re
memory of stuff is so bad. I don't know why. It just is with
I
a.
I do remember a lot of things, but I do not remember like match results.
I don't remember matchups. People like when me you talk about AEW sometimes you'll tell me like, oh, that happened back then. Like, I don't remember that. If you ask me like what happened in Double or Nothing last year, I couldn't tell you.
Oh, when it comes to their pay-per-view, come on,
I don't
man.
know what the fuck happened there. Couldn't tell you. I'm sure some shit happened, but
Yeah, they won. The Bucks won against. Okay, hold on. I need to go to Cage Match and see like their like match history. So I'm pretty sure they did beat them at some. Well, they beat them a fucking lot. But hold on. Other matches. This is when they tag together. So, oh, but it doesn't say who won or who lost in this shit. And I don't want to click each individual one. So we're not going to. All right, moving on. But yeah, the six man was like 30 minutes and it did nothing for nobody. Um, I felt like hyping up Kenny Omega versus Okada could have been done in like a different way. And then also just like what is it? John Cena and Tanahashi. I'm not looking forward to this Okada versus this Omega.
yeah. I mean, I kind of surprise you every once in a while.
Nigga hasn't surprised me yet. Um,
He had a match I like. I don't remember exactly who he wrestled, but I remember he had a match I did like. Was it the Osprey match? I did like the Osprey match. I liked it.
it was either that or the Danielson one, probably a Brody King one. I don't know. I don't remember how you felt about the Ricochet,
I thought it was
the
fine.
Ricochet consequences, right?
I think it was okay. It was cool.
Yeah. No, that nigga not moving me no more. Um, next, uh, Tony Storm defeating Miyu Yamashita. Um,
I missed like half of this match, so
I didn't really think this match was like largely anything impressive, from either person. I've seen both these women in much better matches. Um,
I heard she had a great match with Natty at Bloodsport.
Me too. I have to watch that. I am very backed up on wrestling. Like I have not like that episode of NXT was like the first time I've watched wrestling since like Mania. So like I missed probably like several shows.
Yeah,
Like a good like 6 shows. Um, but yeah, I wasn't really largely impressed here by either person. It kind of just ended how I thought it would. It wasn't as hard hitting or as intense as I thought it would be because I'm familiar with Yamashita's match history. So it's alright. Mid. Middle of the road.
Fair
Thoughts?
enough. No, I mean, from what I saw, it seemed fine. Standard match. I literally is what is the thing with the eliminator matches is that there's no like 95% of the time the champion's winning. So,
Hmm.
and we know which building to whatever we're doing, which could be possibly Tony versus whoever the fuck at All In. So we know what it is. Tony's just kind of biding time until All In, which is a long time from now. So
Hmm. Uh, quick hits. We got the ops beating some jobbers, but you like one of them jobbers, right? That Nick Camarado nigga.
big Nick Camarado. I did like him. I guess he was injured for a while, but I like his look. He has a very in AEW, he has a very unique look.
Big
You
guy.
don't see too many guys his size in that company. So also
Yeah.
shout out to Rhett Titus, still getting checks. Good for him.
And then they get beat. Death Riders come out. No Moxley, no cells being choked out by Joe.
No,
Um,
he got choked out and still pointed out instructions. I thought that was actually probably kind of insane.
yeah.
Said
Nigga
drop
said,
that boy
"Oh, I'm being,
Shibata.
I'm being choked out. Do your thing, boys." Nigga was had his eyes wide open and all that shit. Um, and then Joe challenged him to a steel cage match that is happening at Beach Break 2 weeks from now in Chicago.
Yeah, should be interesting. Samoa Joe booked very strong. They love Tony Khan must love Joe.
I mean, he's the only guy that I would say it is actually like booked relatively well. So
Yeah, he booked really strong. Also, I didn't know Powerhouse Hobb was officially in the ops.
yeah,
I feel
because
I feel
fucking
like
because Hook is fucking hurt.
I know Hook's hurt, but I'm just saying like I thought it would kind of be like he just rocking with them. I didn't know he was officially in the
Hmm.
group. I feel
I
like he was
I think he's
doing
just
so
filling
well on
in,
his own.
and I think Hook is going to be gone for a kind of a long time.
Yeah, definitely had a concussion at minimum. That
Yeah,
boy
but
threw
they
up in the
said,
ring.
but they were just like, no, 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 it's not a concussion, y'all. Relax, it's not a
That
concussion,
boy
y'all.
threw up in the ring. Let's see, had some bad food.
Yeah, they fucking he puked up and they kept beating his ass. Like, don't try to tell me that like that dude didn't have a fucking concussion, bruh. Um, yeah, I think honestly, I think Powerhouse Hobbs is a better fit anyway. Now that there's a black person in the group, it makes sense why they're called the Ops.
Shibata, not the ops.
Yeah, fucking whoa, whoa, whoa. Why the group that got no niggas in it have AAVE as a name? You feel me? Black slang as a name. You feel me? Like, what type of shit is this? I know Samoa Joe like hip hop and
The
shit, but damn, look at the optics of your fucking group, bruh.
the optics, as you said. I see what you did there.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll be here all week.
You feel me?
Um, Next, we get MJF speaks with the Hurt Syndicate. Now, I will say, so I haven't watched AEW in about 3 weeks now. The last time I saw the Hurt Business at MJF, they were doing this exact same fucking segment.
I disagree.
This is the same segment. Come on, with the thumb shit or whatever. And he was just
but the
like, "Oh,
different
you want to join the group? You gotta hurt people." Why the fuck you couldn't say that 3 weeks ago?
but the difference this time is that he blew up on them. That I think that's kind of progression of the story. Like before, he was like, "Okay, I'm cool with it. You want to take my car or whatever. You want to, what I mean,
But you
you
want
want
to
to
fuck
fuck,
my hoes?
we want to fuck my hoes." But which is crazy because Lord knows if WWE would do some shit like that, we would have been like WWE
Shit.
running a sex trafficking ring again. Look at them, they're making fun of Janelle Grant. That's exactly what they would have said.
Mm,
But That's not here nor there.
I think
But
I
yeah, just
think
like
I think it's because since AEW doesn't have any allegations
yeah,
against them, they could
yeah.
freely just pimp out women and
Pippin's okay then.
yeah, right. Pimp is okay if you ain't got no allegations against you.
Fair enough. But yeah, but I think just kind of at this point, he's showing his true character now of who who he really is and how this isn't sincere. Now, I'm actually interested to see where they go from here. Do I think
That
he'll be
even
good? I don't know.
he gonna join
Uh,
that group. He gonna be in that group.
yeah, this will eventually lead to a Bobby Lashley MJF
'Cause
match. We want to see that.
I would love to see Bobby Lashley beat the fuck out of
Actually,
this nigga.
I would love to see him. I want to see who would win that. Who's taking that
Yeah,
L?
but also, if you want to say Samoa Joe is booked strong, you want to talk about who's really booked strong? MJF. So whoever the fuck he gonna beat the shit out of, he's definitely gonna be in that group. No problem.
Mm.
Um, so it is what it is. And it's so funny that MJF is gonna wrestle. Holy shit. Can you believe it? Um, but no, this is very much the exact same segment. I don't know why they couldn't just do this last week. Um,
You had to
and
build
then
to it.
the build being, you want my car? Want my hose?
Yeah, yeah. What your car knows.
Shitty ass build, bruh. Um, Nick Wayne and defeats Jay Lethal. I would give this match more shit, but it ended when it should have. So, thumbs up.
Yeah, no, you know what? I got to give Nick Wayne some love. I really actually the title match that he won the title on actually versus Bandito, pretty good,
Okay.
straight up match. No Christian involvement, none of that stuff. It was just yeah, right to it. It was a good match.
Hmm.
I'll give credit when it's due, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Uh, we skipped over, or I just forgot it in a moment, but Mercedes Moan has her sights set on Tony Storm and just flip over the hourglass, bruh. It is a countdown to Monet Town. So,
Do you think
swim good, Tony.
Athena gonna cost her?
No. Shit, I honestly think that Mercedes might take her title before she faced Tony.
Shit, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Um, so ain't that gonna be some shit? Um, NXT time. NXT
Hold on,
time.
you didn't even talk about the main event of the show.
What was the main event?
Kyle Fletcher
Fletcher.
versus Hangman.
All right, go off. I'm gonna eat this cookie.
I thought it was pretty good until the finish was very. They did a little too much on the finish for me. I thought the what's that shit? The dead eye on the apron, and then did the moonsault to the outside. That should have been enough, but we had to take it 10 more steps after that. That's what kind of hurt a little bit. I probably would have went higher on it. Besides that, but yeah, I thought it was a really good match. It's gonna be Hangman versus who the hell won? Hangman versus
Osprey.
Osprey.
I'm
They haven't
extremely
wrestled each
happy
other.
about that. Um,
Yeah, I didn't want to see Osprey versus Fletcher again. We don't need to
that
see
would have
that
made
for a
me
long
so
time.
mad.
Yeah, the cage match was enough. We could end it there. Um, yeah, but I thought it was pretty good. I'm still not sold on Kyle Fletcher. I don't care what anybody says. He's not.
I will never be.
He's not him yet.
I will never be sold on Kyle Fletcher. Um, I'm capping. I'm always open to being impressed, but people saying that they see Randy Orton in this nigga, and I'm just like, what
Who?
the fuck are y'all seeing? He keeps getting compared. I even saw it today.
So they both bald?
I keep seeing this nigga being compared to Randy Orton, and I'm just like, I don't fucking get it. I really don't.
I don't. It's hard for me to compare anybody to Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton is one of the most. You know, how I talked about Yamin Yamal earlier. That's Randy Orton. Just so smooth with it, and just like so effort. It looks effortless.
Like him and Randy Orton don't even fucking wrestle the same. They don't have the same career trajectory, or are even booked similarly. I don't get this comparison.
I don't either. People just comparing shit sometimes.
Um, Now can we get into NXT?
Yeah, actually, sure.
All right. I don't think we forgot anything. All
I feel
right.
like the episode of NXT was very it wasn't bad, but I feel like not a lot happened, which I guess is
Th
fine.
This was night one of Mania where it was just like undercard is okay, but like the main event is what blew people away. Um, so I'm gonna package a lot of the men stuff into one, um, or at least just the main title stuff into one currently. So Joe Hendry comes out, talks to Trick, says, Trick, I'm gonna beat your ass,
We
you're
should
pussy.
we should
Come
point out
out, fight
Trick
me.
attacked Joe Henry at Rebellion
Yes,
to end the pay per
because
view.
of that, then Joe Hendry gets beat up by Dark State. Trick comes out later on tonight and says, Motherfucker, I'm bigger than you. I don't give a fuck about no TNA. I don't, and then he says, You know what? Actually, I don't give a
I
fuck about
need
NXT. And I said,
Mm.
I feel him. I feel him. I feel him. I feel him. And then he was just like, you know what, give me, he's still asking for the title shot, although he says that. Terrible GM, Ava comes out and was just like, the reason why I threw you out the building is, you was fucking shit up, blah blah blah, beating people up. And I was just like, you don't do anything about Dark State though.
Mm. Do you
But
think
stupid shit how that works.
She's in cahoots for the Dark State?
That would be
Is
the
she the fourth man like Eric
worst.
Bischoff?
That would be the worst angle that they can go with. Because just think about it. Okay. Ava is in cahoots with Dark State, right? Why she let Dark State kill Rob Stone?
Because it's Rob Stone. Fuck it.
That nigga ain't do that wrong. That was your man's.
Setting it to evolve so you can do commentary, dog. He didn't
Like
want to show it. He said he never showed the NXT games. I don't even want to go over there no more. It's too scary over there.
just shit like
Pussy.
that, And then, Ava is like, she's like pissed at Trick, Oba and Javon because they keep beating each other up and shit like that, or having confrontations, scuffles backstage and shit like that. And it was just like, bitch, you caused this. Also, she likes Javon. Why she had them niggas jump Javon?
Yeah, do what you had to do. Hey, look, Eric Bischoff did the same thing.
And it was bad. That is bad now.
No, Eric Bischoff joining the NWO was fine. That was cool.
And we all saw how that ended. It all got weird and convoluted after, and then we got horse race or whatever the fuck that nigga name is.
Who? Horse
Uh,
Hogan?
no, yeah, Horace, Hogan, nephew or whatever, right? Cousin or some
Yeah,
shit.
Horse Hogan.
Uh, yeah, then we get bullshit like that. And you know what? Actually, that would be no different because there's a bunch of fucking
That was
Samoans.
way later though.
Yeah, Ava just gets her cousin to join and is just another fucking Samoan nigga. So,
Hikuleu.
dog, Meltzer is like, man, where my dog Hikaleo at? And I'm just like, that nigga ass. Let that
I
nigga
never
practice, man.
that Nick Khan quote got people in a frenzy, brother. Jeez
It was like,
Louise.
well, we. Honestly, he shouldn't have said that. I thought that was very stupid to
I
say
wish people had
because
shut the fuck up that whole damn WrestleMania weekend, but clearly they couldn't. So
yes, because it was just like, nigga, you do be benching people. Like, nigga, where's
what
Apollo
even
Crews,
is
nigga?
benching?
Yeah,
Who
like, what do
hurt?
you mean, like, oh, but yeah, like, what do you mean by like benching niggas?
What does
Like,
bench even mean?
you bench niggas all the fucking time, and it's okay. Some of these niggas are ass. I'm cool with niggas being benched. Some of you niggas suck.
One day. Yeah, today was about Dakota Kai. One day, not today, but one day, we're gonna have a conversation about Dakota Kai and kind of where her standing is in the company right now. But that's a different conversation for a different day.
Um, no, we got her right now. She's injury prone,
Nah,
and that's bad.
that too. Also, just don't think
And
she's that. I think she kind of got like. I think she's a very dedicated fan base online, but it doesn't seem to translate on TV. But also because she's never on TV because she's always hurt.
yeah, no,
I
I
don't know.
no, I think she can get over it with the crowd because damage control can get over with the crowd. It's just that she is constantly injured. I honestly feel like if she would have won the United States title, she'll be getting some sort of reaction. But it's just that
Yeah.
she's injury prone, and that is
Well,
just
she's not injured now, according to what she said on Twitter. So
yeah. But when she was injured, that took a lot away from her.
yeah,
She might not be injured right now, but when you were, it was kind of at like a crucial time.
every
And what
time
is
has been a
it?
pretty crucial time, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and then what is it? You know, you had a really good match with Lyra when you came back, and then it was just EO's time to shine. They had nothing for you at Mania, and you take a back seat like a lot of people who have nothing to do at Mania do. I miss wrestling
Well,
for you guys. Okay. You like when your group will come back, they'll be back. Like all of damage
I can
control.
understand her. I can understand her frustration though. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
EO is gonna shine no matter what. And
EO don't need no damn damage control. EO's a
yeah,
megastar at this point. EO at this point is
like
she's up there.
EO doesn't need anybody in her corner, and so Dakota Kai,
EO is solidified,
you
bro.
don't get to shine with her because she's a made woman and she is not injured a lot. So, or she's not injured at very crucial moments. So, it is what it is.
Shout out to EO, bro.
When the rest of Damage Control comes back, and then you're on TV, and then you do your thing. Like what the fuck?
I mean,
Like
if damage control is
you want
that,
to you want to go beat Lyra again, or like try to beat Lyra again? Like there's nothing for you currently unless you go to SmackDown. And if you want to go beat on Selena Vega, shit,
that's the
Lego.
homie.
But like
I can see that. I can see them going to SmackDown.
Damage
Asuka,
Control.
Kyrie, and yeah, and EO just does her own thing on Raw. I can see that.
And then when Asuka and Kyrie come back, take Dakota with her, and then they could go do something together. But right
But
now,
I can understand Dakota's frustration though. Besides that, we're sitting there waiting. You know what I mean?
hey man,
It's easy for us to say it when we're not the ones having to deal with it.
when shit, if I'm getting paid like that, but like shit, like what do you want to do? Becky's here.
Wrestle.
She's gonna be feuding with Lyra, but like she just want to wrestle for like no reason.
No, I'm sure she wants to be in a program.
There's no room for her.
There's room for her. They can make room. They want to make room for her.
Where?
I don't. That's their job. If they want to make room for her, they can make room for her.
Like we got Rusev coming back, so we got to deal with that bullshit. Becky's here. We what is it? We got what is it? Rhea, Julia or Roxanne coming up to the main roster. Io's doing her. Actually, I don't give a shit. Um, she could whine all she wants. I don't give a shit. Um, our main event, speaking of Io, Roxanne, and Julia, we get a tag team match between them, and this match was really good. Roxanne is really great. I would hope to see her and Io wrestle. I want them to wrestle at least 60 more times.
Roxanne's a loser.
She is, but she's really good at being a
Uh,
loser.
that girl be losing, dog. She's
I
like
mean,
two
what is
and
it?
10.
She she, she had a crazy dominant year, or last year. So it's about that time. You with the big girls now.
Just, just losing.
She the greatest loser out right now.
She had no one had more losses than her right now. Currently on my spreadsheet,
That's
she's the
crazy.
number one loser. She's the number one loser right now.
That's gonna change. That's gonna change at the end of the year. Bet.
Shit,
I bet she won't be a top five by the end of the year.
she might on her
I I
trajectory.
I bet she won't be top five at the end of the year.
These are our top losers right now. Yeah, okay, she's 2 and 12. I take that back. She's a four. You know what crazy? You guess who number two is? He's a champ.
Uh,
I'll say this, but he's a champion. He's a current champion.
Dominic Mysterio.
Jacob Fatu.
Uh,
Surprisingly, as someone who's portrayed as so dominant on TV, he's 5-10.
LA Knight
And
put
then
belt to ass.
and Max Caster's 0-10. So I guess he's worse.
Mm-hmm.
And then Naomi has 9, Mark Briscoe has 9, Chelsea Green has 9, Willie Yuta has 9.
I bet Roxanne won't be top five losers at the end of the year for
Yeah,
sure.
she might be.
Um, but yeah, no, this match was really, really good. It was something nice to pop back into. Really good main event. Um, quick hits. I already talked about Dark State attacking Joe Hendry. Ricky Sates defeating Lexus King.
I like that
Um,
match.
yeah,
That was
to me it was I will say though, like when I was watching the match, I remember when we were talking about Lexus King, like when he was like still facing Charlie Dempsey, and those matches were like not really good. We were just like, this nigga kind of has like no bag at all. He getting there.
he still doesn't have a bag per se, but it's not at the point where I'm like I don't want to see this guy wrestle. You
The
know, like it's not chain to channel like it was probably like a couple months ago.
the bag is there, but it's still folded.
It's
So
a grocery bag, nigga.
yeah,
And I got her, nigga. Grocery bag. Mmm.
terrible rap line. That's
Mmm. You
that
didn't get
song
it.
is
That's the
that's
problem.
that song is terrible.
You didn't get it, dog. You wasn't there.
That song has a lot of questionable bars, bro. Um.
No, every girl got the questionable bars.
Oh yeah.
Mac
That's the
Mac
question.
may need to be shot down.
a, lo-
Disgusting.
a lot of rap niggas move like that. So,
He was
um,
moving crazy on that verse. That's shit you can get away with in 2009. You can't. You're trying to do a verse like that today in 2025.
man, nigga,
Lock that nigga up.
you got to creep in silence like Lil Yachty.
I don't know what that means, but what's Yachty on?
Shit,
What does that mean?
soon as Billy hate 18, man, nigga was on it.
I mean, Yachty not that. Well, we had this discussion, haven't we?
Probably.
Because I don't think
Um,
Yachty's that much older than Billie Eilish. Yachty 27. Billie Eilish got like 23. How old is Billie Eilish? Yeah,
I don't
23. It's
know,
only a
man.
4 year difference. That's not that crazy.
I don't know, man. If you looking at the calendar, waiting for that 18th birthday, nigga, you creepy.
I don't know what their relationship was previous to her being 18, so I can't speak on that. But she been
They're
with
pre-
that. She been with the old boy. She was an old nigga now. And her boyfriend like 30 something.
that's creepy too.
That's weird. That's
Um,
that's a little stranger. Shannon Sharp, you're a nasty nigga too, bro.
yeah.
You moving real crazy. 50. How old? Ew.
Nigga, one, you old as shit. Age gap crazy. Two, race play is nuts.
Nuts. Freaky ass bull, man.
Nigga, if the woman even said like even if it wasn't racial, and she was just like, you my slave, nah, it's racial. Nah, we can't continue this conversation
But
going forward,
first of
ma'am.
all, if saying put a big black baby in me was enough to say no, absolutely. That would you know how immediately limp.
Crazy.
I'm going limp immediately. Don't say that to me.
Nasty business. All right, NXT. Uh speaking of interracial, Sol Ruka defeats Carmen Petrovich, and Carmen and Ashanti are done.
Thank God.
Uh, Ashanti
It's
must be
multi
graduating soon, so go go ahead, rev up that truck, boy. Wide low need to go to Arkansas, nigga.
Mm. I'm happy. Yeah,
Um,
get this dork away from Carmen. She's too talented to be around this dude. And I hope she gets some kind of push going forward. I like
yeah,
Carmen a lot.
yeah,
I
I
think
like her
she
a lot too. Love Sol Ruka, Zarya, love you. Fix your fucking face when you look at that title, bruh. That's your
mm-hmm.
homie. You better not slam him out.
Fuck it. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Stop looking at them like that, bruh. It's just a belt, bro.
She need that.
Just say, hey man, I would love a match. Can I get an opportunity? You don't have to slime your dog for that opportunity, bruh.
Yes, you do.
It Quan, I won a belt,
Oh,
bruh. And you watching something while we doing this, and I don't
I'm
appreciate
sorry,
that.
bro. No, bro. I just seen a nigga fall off the wall at a baseball game. That shit was crazy. I'm sorry.
Oh
Proceed.
shit. Um,
That's crazy. Go ahead.
but yeah, no, if I had a title and you was just like, hey man, I want a shot. If I say no, you might have to slime me. After a match, or you hold that belt and you be like, oh, you crack me over the head with the shit. I get it.
Or maybe they would
Um,
never really friends to begin with. And Zari had always been a snake, a real snake in the grass.
Nasty business.
Nasty
Uh,
business. Speaking of
the
nasty business,
nasty. Yeah. What is it? Wait, what? I
rest
I
in
I looked
peace,
at the
man.
I looked at the docket and I ain't see nothing crazy.
I'm not even looking at the doc. I just made it just reminded me. Rest in peace, of metaphor, man.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace to Metaphor. Jakara, swim good. Oro, swim good too. You're nice, but
They got that man evolved. That freaks.
swim good,
Um,
nigga. And you know what, Dar, swim good too. Cause nigga, you came
yeah,
back and went right back into the same position you was. You
no
you ain't
pop by
let
the way too.
you ain't level up at all, nigga. Swim
No
good.
pop.
Also, I saw a lot of niggas, being like, "Oh my God, that's the Yu-Gi-Oh card jacket or whatever." That shit was weak as fuck, bruh.
You
We
wasn't
can't have
feeling it.
niggas rocking that shit, bruh. Nigga wearing a change of heart, fucking jacket, bruh. That shit was corny as hell. That nigga fucking shop on Temu, bruh.
Change the heart shirt or a Tekken shirt. What are we doing?
Tekken
Tekken character
shirt,
selection shirt.
cause that shit tough, nigga.
Yo, but low key, that segment had me a little emotional. Low key, I don't know why. Because now that
Why?
we, I don't know why. It was like a really like I was like, damn, man, it's over. Even though they haven't been like together fully in like a year and a half. I feel like one of them's
Hmm.
always missing. But yeah, I don't know. I was like, damn, it's over. But I think out of those four, I think the obvious star is Lash, and I would not be
Yeah.
shocked if Lash Legends on the main roster in the coming weeks at all.
Hmm.
I
I
can
think
absolutely
Lash
see
is
it on screen.
I think Lash has
I
like
think she's
improved
great.
greatly. Jakara definitely needs a lot more work,
Yeah, and I think that's exactly why they split them up.
yeah. Oro still like really good, but like they don't know what to do with that nigga.
They don't know what to do with him.
They don't know what to do with a lot of men on NXT, but it is what it is. And then Dar's Dar.
Yeah,
Um
Noam Dar's is just kind of there.
Hank and Tank, they defeat Josh Briggs and Inamura. It seems like Inamura is gonna be going back to Noah soon. So it was nice knowing you, man. You was killing it.
Yeah, fun match, fun little match.
And then Chase U's back, baby.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that last week on the podcast, but yeah, Chase U's back, which makes me question why they got rid of it in the first place. What was the point?
To get Ridge over, and then it didn't work.
It didn't work. We killed that. A very fun. Someone compared it to Degrassi, the Next Generation. That was the original Chase U was the original Degrassi. This is the
Yeah.
new Degrassi.
And then people were just like, "Oh my God, they got rid of
Duke Hudson for no
yeah,
reason.
they got rid of Duke Cousin for no reason." I was just like, that nigga was not that good.
That's what I've been saying for long. He wasn't really that
Nigga
great.
was
We
just like,
didn't. We
they got rid of him because he was gay. Nigga, there's a lot of gay niggas on NXT, bruh.
the other
Yes.
who's gay?
Uh, well, not NXT, but I know Dakota Kai is bisexual. Um,
Amen.
you, that was immature, but I had to.
Kade
Um,
Kade.
what is it? Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of gay niggas on there, and LGBT folk on there.
I don't think
Duke
there's that many
Hudson,
men.
Duke Hudson was not that special, bro. They probably some DL niggas who gives a shit.
I don't know. Of course, there obviously. What's the statistic? Is like 1 in every 10 men be on that gay shit. So realistically,
Big,
statistically,
big, big on that gay shit is
if
so
you on
fucking
that gay
funny.
shit,
That is
so
so funny.
statistically,
Say saying it like that is very funny.
on that gay shit.
Hold on. I want to see the NXT roster real quick. Current.
Don't try to guess who's gay. Please don't do that.
That's
Oh,
that's problematic, bro.
that's a little problem. Try to.
Man, you telling me Eddie Thorpe ain't kissed a nigga before, bro? Come on.
Yeah, he's too pretty.
That's the type of niggas they like. Um,
He is very pretty. You feel me?
I don't know. Also, like, I don't give a shit about no Duke Hudson, bro. Like,
I don't. Yeah, I don't care enough. But I don't think they fired him because he's gay. I think he just fired him because they
yes.
ain't
Well,
much to
he's
do with
not.
him.
He's like
He's
not impressive.
yeah.
I think what is it? The Australian invasion where they just signed a whole bunch of Australian niggas. The only person that came out that shit healthy was Rhea Ripley, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I do wonder what Buddy Matthews would have been like in the Triple H era. Triple H,
Oh, probably would have been good.
yeah, he probably not.
I'm trying to find that photo of like all those people that were like all the other Australian wrestlers and they were like
Well,
staring at
no, Bronson Reed doing pretty good. I mean,
oh yeah, oh
before he
yeah,
got hurt,
he's injured.
he was doing
Fuck,
good.
man.
He was doing great. He was
He need to
damn
come
near blood.
back.
He was damn near bloodline.
Yeah, he
He was 1 foot in. I know he's pissed. He was 1 foot in. He was so close.
yeah. He need to come back. The
That
sorely
was a bad
needed.
injury though. That's a bad injury though.
What is it?
Yeah,
It was just like
SmackDown
his
make
toe?
that is like his whole foot.
No shit.
I think he's
Oh,
a big
fuck.
boy too.
I'm really trying to find where is it? Because yeah, I think there's just like mad niggas like missing now. Oh yeah, Grayson Waller's still around, which that's somebody they can but yeah, I think that's it for NXT. Did I miss anything?
Um,
Nope, that's it.
I don't believe so.
Oh,
Rest in
some
peace, metaphor, man.
yeah, and some they're gonna have a battle royale and some LFG guys are gonna be on there. I am very far behind on the LFG, so I don't think I'll be watching anymore.
I saw a clip on TikTok of Brad Baylor, and I'm surprised it hasn't hit wrestling Twitter yet. That might get him in a little trouble online.
Who
But Brad
the nigga from
Baylor,
the swipe right
swipe
nigga?
right,
Oh yeah, where he was just
yeah,
like, I ain't really fucking with them gay niggas. Yeah,
yeah.
no,
I didn't.
Twitter
Yeah.
caught it. I saw it
Oh,
on
they
Twitter.
caught
I
it.
didn't see.
I
Yeah,
didn't see it. Oh, maybe I must have missed it. I was like, ugh. I saw that like, yeah, go on, that's wrestling Twitter immediately. As soon as it was on my for you page on TikTok, like, ugh, that's not good.
I I I just saw people like upset. I didn't play it because I was just like, I don't really give a shit about
No,
swipe right. Well, like I think
so
swipe
like
right.
there's this account and he's just like, what do you think of the LGBT community? Like I've seen these videos before, but I just like I was like, is that Brad Baylor? And he's
Hmm.
like he like looked at his friend and just laughed and walked off. He didn't even so I mean, I don't know exactly what that
Oh,
means.
he didn't even say anything.
No, he just laughed and walked off. He's like, huh, and just
So
walked
why are
off.
niggas mad?
I guess it's dismissing like LGBT community. I don't know. I mean, the way he came off, it definitely came off very like just dismissive. Like, why would you even ask me such a stupid question? But I don't know if that
That
means like he
is,
don't fuck with it or I don't know. But it was just
it's
I
such an
saw that like
ambiguous non-answer.
yeah, it very I don't know. I guess you'd have to see it for yourself. But I could see how people would take that as like you don't fuck with us.
That nigga ain't pull out the fucking rainbow bandana out of his back pocket, and then, all right, man. He gave like such a non-answer. I don't think like niggas should really be jumping to conclusions like that. But it's just like he saw that nigga try to ask him a question. He said, "That's bait," and then walked off.
It could have been a situation like that as well, but you
Nigga
know.
trying to get me in trouble. You know who I work for? Fuck nigga.
But
Walked
I think you
off
could
on
have
the
easily just
hoe.
been like, yeah, that's cool.
They cool with me.
That's all you really gotta do. Even if you don't believe that, sometimes you're like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
even
whatever.
even if you don't believe, just lie.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, whatever. I mean, it's not my thing, but yeah, cool. I think
That
him
nigga
just
hit
walking. I feel like him just like laughing in the dude's face and walking off the kind of. It does. I'm watching it now.
well what if that nigga hit the damn, was it Offset or Quavo that said it?
What did he say? Balls
I
in
don't
my
vibe
face.
with no. I forgot he said that. And then he was just like, I was hacked.
Oh, he said I don't fuck with the queers.
Yeah, he said I don't
and
fuck with queers, and then I
he's
was
like, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it
yeah,
like
I mean
that.
like that. I was just like, what the
What you mean it
fuck?
like?
And then I heard the whole verse, and I was just like, how'd you even rhyme that with that?
You had to force that in there.
Yeah, it was just forced homophobia, bro. What's fuck
Don't
wrong
fuck
with
with,
him?
don't fuck with the
But I
queers. I
don't
said,
know.
whoa.
Yeah, it's it. To me, just like hearing it, I'm not gonna watch. I don't really give a shit. Like that seemed like a very non-answer to me.
I mean, it literally wasn't an answer. I don't know. It just I saw that. I'm like, man, I'm surprised it didn't get more. That's
Niggas were
something.
definitely
That's
niggas were
something wrestling Twitter
definitely
loves. I guess
yeah,
maybe not big
no.
enough of a name.
They trust me, they loved it.
That's the type of shit they love to get into that shit. Ooh.
Yeah. They're
Well, you
just
know,
like
exactly when a wrestler
T-
doesn't exactly align with your views. Mm,
Yeah, it was just like, oh, this nigga don't believe in the same shit as me. Yeah.
this white man from Florida voted for Trump. You know what I
I,
mean? Like, come on, let's be for real. Oh man,
I
that Roman Trump thing was so crazy though. I can't.
I saw that
Why
and
do
I was
you do
just
that, man?
like,
Why do you do
honestly,
that?
there's like multiple schools of thought. There was just like, dog, the fucking Republican Party got this nigga who's a centralist, to really think that like Trump was like the best for him. Like, what the fuck? Like,
What are the Dims doing, brother?
what are they doing?
What are they doing? That's a great question.
How the fuck you let this dumb fuck nigga win a second time with one of the worst campaigns I've ever seen in my fucking life? And then you win one equally as ass. And then the one thing that could have solidified the victory for you was supporting Palestine. And then you said fucking no. What happened to politicians lying?
Can't lie on that one. You can't lie for Israel. You can't lie on Israel like that. The whole Israel got in this country is insane. That's a different podcast for a different time. But
I'm
good
just
grief.
like, dog, America is sending bombs to them niggas,
Uh,
and the real reason why nobody wants to fucking vote for you niggas is because y'all fucking co-signing that shit. Stop doing that shit, and then you got America at the palm of your fucking hands.
it's that easy. But you know,
4 more
what
years
can
of
you do?
this shit.
What can you do?
It's been less than 100 days. This nigga sprouting out statistics like a fucking idiot.
We got 3 years and 9 months of this to go. So
Truck drivers have to take a fucking literacy test, and if they don't, they get arrested. Nigga, are white niggas really lining up to be fucking truck drivers? Because there's gonna
first
be
of
a
all,
fucking shortage of goods
that
if they're
too.
gonna arrest fucking drivers if they don't speak fucking English.
They're gonna be short of a goods because of the damn tariffs in the first place. So
Yeah, there ain't about to be no need for truck driver.
truck drivers anyway. This is a mess. But
God,
this is
these
what we
niggas are
voted.
stupid,
This is
man.
what we voted for. So what can you do?
Wheat.
The country voted for this man, this administration. They said this is what we want.
I don't
We
really
gotta
like to
deal with
get,
it.
y'all know I don't really like to get political on this joint, but I'll just say
Yes,
this.
we do. Why do we say that? We be lying. We want to give it. We want to get political.
It, it,
Why are we
it,
lying, Dorothy?
I just like to comment on stuff that I see that is political. Um, what is it? On TikTok, I see a lot of creators or a lot of, like quote unquote like leftists looking to black people to be the anchor of their support. But when it was time to vote, you voted against your and our best interest. And then 100 days later, you're reaping what you sow. And then you're going, oh, fuck, man, black people, what are we gonna do? And then when black people are just like, no, you are clearly not allies with us. We don't really want to fuck with you like that. And then it just becomes racism after that and being like, oh, and then black people are lazy, they don't want to do the part, blah blah blah, this and sort of shit like that. And it's just like we did our part, you guys didn't. And a large part of like what was going on during Kamala's campaign was, you know, a lot of Palestinian people are doing very anti-black messages, and I'm just like, this is very much hurting your cause because Zach Fox, who's a black person, famously constantly quoted saying free Palestine, damn near was the face of like the black allyship for Palestinians and black people. And then you're consistently, and still to this day, going at anti-black rants and then expecting black people to still be on your side. And just like the Tommy Hilfiger shit, it takes very little convincing for black people to resend their support. Niggas misquoted Tommy Hilfiger and did not wear his shit for a very long time. It's very weird to see all this shit happening. And then Sinners came out. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm seeing a lot of conversation about it. And then a lot of people are just like, oh man, where were all the Latino people in Sinners? Or like these people in
I saw
Sinners
that.
and
I
stuff
saw
like
that
that.
TikTok.
And then I was just like, why do you want black people to tell your story? You have your own directors, your own creatives that are telling your story. Why not support them? Why are you looking for us to tell your story? We don't really know your story. And if you say, yes, you do, then you are admitting that our experiences in America are very similar and very much the same. And then you bitch ass niggas still voted for Trump. I'm not saying it's all of them, but I'm just saying a large part of y'all that are like, want to do this anti-black, your anti-black rhetoric, or just saying, why aren't you telling our story? You niggas don't really like us. And honestly, we should not be telling your story. You know your story, your people's story better than we do. Why should Ryan Coogler be telling that story?
To be fair, I only saw like one TikTok saying that why are there no Latinos
I've been,
being in the
I've been,
movie,
I've seen,
and I see them get rightfully cooked for
I
that thing too.
unfortunately have interacted with the post, so I'm seeing that post and I'm seeing like the creator like comment to replies about it. So the for me and my algorithm, it seems like the
Uh,
conversation is louder than it is.
yeah, I don't know.
But like I
So
I I do just think that is extremely weird that like we are the monolith. We have to support everyone and everything, and then we get largely none of that support back. And we're seeing a lot of people, you know, we see a lot of non-black people protesting and then they get untouched. That also just like, this the CIA knows what they're doing when they pull that one. Cause then it becomes the conversation where, black people on just the other side are just like, you see how they don't really touch y'all, and then, they use that for anti-Hispanic or, anti-Latin rhetoric and shit like that. And then it just keeps us in a vicious cycle of just like hating each other instead of being in solidarity with one another.
you know what you notice all?
Ending this episode.
I say we take 100 niggas, right? And then we get a gorilla in a room. We see what happens. We
Do
said
we have
no.
time to go? Do we have time to go on this rant real quick? On the
I can tell you. I'm
hundred
gonna
man
tell you
versus the
right
gorilla.
now. I can tell you right now. 100 men are beating no gorilla's ass. It's 100 men.
That's what I'm saying.
It's 100 men. What is this conversation? What do people think
What?
gorillas are?
Like, nigga, they think gorillas are the fucking great apes. They're the
What are
Super
the
Saiyans.
what are they? King Kong? What like?
Nigga,
It's
niggas
a
be like,
hundred
oh man,
niggas.
you could even like, they just have so much muscle. You can't even like pierce their skin.
I'm like, bro,
You think these fucking niggas are made out of iron?
right? Bro, you get three,
A
you can get
hun-
10 niggas to break a gorilla's arm. There you go. He's already fucked up. He's already fucked up
I
off of
don't know if
that.
DJ's gonna listen to this episode, but DJ and Terry, I was talking to them earlier. They are non-believers, and I think the large factors of people being anti-human in this conversation is one, lack of imagination. Can't really visualize 100 people if they close their
That's what
eyes,
I think people don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't think people realize how many
and
100 people is. That's a
they
lot
j-
of fuck.
and they just haven't seen a gorilla.
That too. Also,
Like we
um,
have never physically touched or like interacted with a gorilla before. So people just see those big ass forearms and be like, that is like Popeye the Sailor Man fucking anchor arms.
yeah.
It's probably
With that being
fleshy
said,
too.
niggas will die.
Oh,
will
without a
die.
question, there will be casualties.
People will die.
I hate that part of the conversation where people are just like, oh man, you know, one person gets hurt and then all y'all gonna scatter.
No, we're not.
100 niggas with one
We
mission,
got this.
and
We got this.
I also think a large factor in this is that realistically, 100 niggas are not just gonna go beat up a gorilla with no incentive.
Yeah.
That's a larger part of it.
I'm putting that nigga in a headlock, bro. He ain't getting off. First of all, girls aren't even that smart. What are you gonna do? You think he had a strategy to fight off 100
They have a very large neck. I don't know
niggas?
if you could do a headlock,
I'm putting that in a headlock.
I'm just saying this. We can't pierce the skin, right? Or like, they say we can't pierce the skin. They're so muscular, we can't beat it with blunt force or any stupid shit like that. 100 niggas dogpiling on top of a gorilla, that nigga's gonna suffocate.
Yeah.
And the niggas that are in also at the bottom of the dog pile are also gonna suffocate. I also think that is the worst strategy to go with. That will create way more casualties than 100 niggas like fighting a gorilla, like just jumping a gorilla. Well, also then there's people that are just like, oh, a gorilla smacks you once and you're fucking done.
Necessarily.
Really? Like,
It
unless
depends. If
if
he cocked that joint back, he might
if
get you
a
pretty good.
if a gorilla, I don't feel like a gorilla is gonna, wind up, smack me, and I'm gonna go flying or some shit,
You gonna do a Donkey Kong wind up punch?
Yeah, like niggas think he gonna do that. Niggas think he gonna, smack his arm, and then I'm just gonna fall on a rock or some shit. A
He
hundred
might
niggas
knock
could.
you out.
Uh,
100 niggas can take out a gorilla. That's nonsense.
okay,
I think people
no, 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 no.
it's nonsense.
Gorilla knocks me out, right? He hits me, he knocks me out, right? One of the other 99 niggas could wake me up, and I'm back in the fight.
Let's go. You feel me?
Like what?
Nah, the
Nigga.
gorilla knocked me out. I'm done for the fight. If you wake me up, I'm
All
gonna
right, so
walk away.
you're a coward,
Got it.
but like,
I got punched out. What you mean I'm a coward? I did my time. I did my
get your leg back, fuck nigga. What you talking
I
about? You
made
got 100 niggas back
I
in your
made my
mouth.
I made my sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
Um, and then what is it? We hunt mammoths into extinction, and it only took a good 20, 30 with sticks and rocks to get the nigga.
Dead ass, just sharpen the rock. Dead ass.
You tell
Yeah, kind of,
you telling me 100 niggas repeatedly big booting a gorilla in the head not gonna kill him?
that's what I'm saying.
A gorilla
That's like
a
this
gorilla immune to
conversation.
CTE?
Gorilla CDE sound crazy.
And then what is it? I saw what is it? I saw Carbon Petrovic being like, people are not. I was about to say niggas, but like people don't really understand the term apex predator. Um,
We're the apex predators. We are the ultimate apex predators. What is he talking about?
We're at the top of the fucking food chain. Are you serious? Like niggas lack imagination, and then it's such a stupid conversation. And then what is it? Terry and DJ, they were just like, oh, a gorilla gets a hold of somebody and breaks his arm, or gets a hold of somebody, it's over after that. That nigga is distracted and only has two fucking hands. A gorilla is like 5'8" max. I could big boot a
500 pounds
nigga in the
though.
chest or the fucking neck. I'm 6'2". I got long legs. I put my leg
You
up
know,
like still like Kevin Nash. I'm pretty sure I'm hitting the chest or like the torso or at least like the fucking chin.
you don't eat that shit.
You
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 eat
know what?
that.
He could eat mine, right? He could eat my big boot. but is he gonna eat the other 75?
A lot of boots.
Like, come on. Think about getting kicked in the fucking face 75 fucking times. You're not gonna be conscious past 30. We could beat a gorilla, bro. Like, this shit is killing me.
That's just easy. That's just so
I,
easy.
I saw a TikTok and nigga said, I'm a biologist. Nigga, you don't know nothing about combat. Why do you think being a biologist qualifies you for this conversation? Nigga, I know biology.
I know what 100 niggas look like.
I know what one gorilla look like.
You feel
You
me?
feel me? And then they were just like, oh, we gotta talk about, the type of gorilla. Why
It
but
don't matter.
how come we can't talk about the type of man in the conversation?
Just some YNs.
Maybe not some YNs, but I think if we get 100 construction workers, I think we could get some shit cracking.
Construction worker. We need some Samoans. Definitely needs. We need the bloodline for sure.
I
Full
think
bloodline.
I think 30 Samoans could take out one gorilla.
Wow, that's a take. I like it. I'm with you. I'm rocking with it.
I honestly don't even think we need 100 niggas to take on one gorilla.
Not 30, 30, 30 ooses. I'll do it.
I think they done. I think with 100, we may be able to crowd surf the gorilla onto our arms and shield power bomb that nigga onto a rock or some shit. 30, I think they could really like wrestle the nigga down and then just start clubbing the head. But like I said, nobody's just gonna go beat 100 niggas not just gonna or 30 niggas not just go beat up a gorilla for no fucking reason, you know? There has to be an incentive. But I think 100 niggas could do it. And
Mr.
then
Beast.
yeah, and then
It's
what is
time.
it? Terry was trying to mention chimpanzees. Now, chimpanzee,
A
he
little
now
crazy.
he not winning against 100 niggas, but there will be more casualties than 100 niggas fighting a gorilla. Chimpanzees terrorize gorillas.
Yeah.
Gorillas are scared of chimpanzees. That's a
Chimpanzees are scary.
conversation. I think we'll still win, but I definitely think there is more casualties in that than a gorilla. Chimpanzees are way more nimble, way more violent, and a smaller target. A gorilla, yeah, I would say they're kind of fast, but they are a bigger target. I think that's largely their disadvantage is that they are
Yeah,
easier to hit.
they're big and slow.
But like chimpanzees. Then when we talking something, I saw niggas bring up hippo into the conversation. We gonna stop right
That's
there.
different. Yeah, now you
Now,
bugging out. Now you
now,
bugging.
now with what everybody is saying about the gorilla applies to the hippo. You not cracking
Yeah,
that. Even if you open up a little like wound, that shit ain't doing nothing.
not doing a damn thing. You're cooked.
Making a hippo bleed means nothing. I don't even think you could
You
give
know,
a
you
hippo
know, you
CTE
know
for real.
when Iron Man gave when Iron Man cut Thanos a little bit, said all that for a drop of blood. That's the hippo.
Oh
So
yeah.
all that for a drop of blood. Nigga, fuck out of here.
Yeah. I definitely think like gorilla, yeah, we smooth, we cool. 100 niggas against a hippo, I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of pain. Um, I don't think we coming out of that alive.
Hippo's
Actually,
not even trying.
I think we might do
No,
it.
no,
I think we might
it's
do it,
time.
but
We're
there'll
not
be a
doing it.
lot. I think it would be possible, but just like a lot more casualties. I definitely think like 100 men strong could take on a lot of
Hippo with
things.
a bear, hippo with your bare hands.
Hippo with the bare hands.
What do you
Honestly,
do? What do you do?
I think you would just have to go for the legs or like their
Yeah,
their feet.
I don't know what hippo feet look like.
Oh, they're like kind of like elephant joints. Like they're just like the kind of like the trunk type shit.
Uh,
But I feel like that's where the least flesh is at. And just for most importantly, I think for a hippo, you want that nigga off its feet. You don't want that nigga charging at you.
for sure.
And I think you're good from there as long as you can keep the nigga down and keep kicking his tummy. I think you in good business. Animals don't show their bellies for a reason is because that's where like they are most tender. I'm
Sense.
saying you get that opening, we in there. But a lot of niggas lack creativity and imagination, and that's why they don't think that we could really get at a gorilla. We used to hunt mammoths with a sharp rock attached to a stick, bruh. And we made them niggas extinct.
Body them niggas. Fuck out of here.
We can do it. Now we go into episode.
Yeah, we definitely went 20 minutes on the damn hip.
We started off bad and a little heavy and then we went out lighthearted. You feel me? But
Fair enough.
yeah, that is it for our episode. You can follow us at the A Show at the A Show RNC. You can subscribe to us on Patreon. Uh, you can subscribe to us on Patreon. Patreon.com/the A Show RNC. I don't know why that was so hard. I haven't done it in a while. Um, You can follow us on Twitter at the A Show RNC. You can follow Quan at the Comeback Spot. And you can follow me, Cyrus at Cyrus on TWR. Let us know how you feel about the Honey Man versus the gorilla situation, and what other animals you think that we could beat up Honey Man strong. Um, Also, nominate one wrestler that you could put into the one man gorilla conversation. I see a lot of niggas going Brock Lesnar. Uh, Maybe.
He
I feel
might be able to
I,
handle
I
the gorilla.
I feel like that would be too easy for him. Once you get the gorilla off his feet, I feel like Brock is going ham on that nigga.
Whack, 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 whack. Get the full mount.
Yeah,
Whack, whack, whack,
yeah,
whack. Yeah, he might get him.
yeah. I'm nominating Shanti the Adonis for the gorilla fight, and he going first.
You go first.
He has
Before
to
you do
lead
the
the
carving.
charge. All right, that's it. Bye bye. Oh, oops. Almost left the meeting. I gotta stop the recording.